Hey, hello Rodney and Wolfie and Voltrot. Hello. Doing absolutely fine. Thank you very much. But we are checking if everything is working fine. The bitrate seems to be fine. Yeah, and the quality is all good as well. And Voltrot, yes indeed. You see both the YouTube and the Twitch comments in the side screen. A little bit big, so at least everybody knows exactly what's going on. Also, hello Glenn. And I see that Rodney is having a wonderful Starbucks coffee and a crispy grilled cheese sandwich for breakfast. Oh, that is lovely. And Glenn, hello to you as well. Ah, as for operas, we are having an opera at Nordic Fuscon and we are preparing a couple of things for those as well. It's been a wonderful time. We had Slow Lufcon recently, where I was the guest of honor, and I did some shows together with Uncle Kage, which was a lot of fun. And in a week, we're off for Nordic Fuscon. So if you're wondering from, hey, why are you on Friday during January and February? It is because this year is incredibly front loaded for me. It is hugely busy, and most of the meetings for those big conventions are on Monday. So, hence why I'm doing this on Friday. However, on starting March, I will be back here I will be back here on a Monday at the usual time. And because I know that it is one thing that you don't want to do as a streamer is to have an irregular schedule. And I was not happy with the fact that I'm now on Friday because a lot of people were tuning in on Monday, and I'd like to be a little bit predictable. Also, Glenn has finally gotten his hands or paws on a mini disc Walkman. Although it is a paperweight at the moment because he has no mini discs. I had a mini disc once. Those things, the audio from the mini discs are brilliant. I mean, it is really on par on the quadruple A quality production of the CD. And this is a little thing that with CD sounds and everything, not many CDs are actually the top quality with the right proper recording methods. And a mini disc therefore looks like it sounds better, but all the mini discs by default are the better sound quality. Also, Score Chaser, hello, and I Love Toasters, hello to you as well. Ah, Voltrot, looking forward to it as well. Nordic Fuscon, first time serving in a maid cafe. The maid cafe is wonderful. The only reason why I don't visit it that often is simply because I don't have the time for it. But it is a wonderful atmosphere, and I think you're gonna have heaps of fun. Score Chaser says, there's so much fan art. Yeah, and this is also why I'm having this up front here, that people can see all the wonderful art that has been made of Thabo, even as various species and such. I'm always humbled when people make fan art. Rodney says our friends Chester the Garou, Shira, and Dan are going to sing opera. Yes, and I'm going to work together with Chester as well. We both were very happy to know that we're going to work together again. It was a very joyful reunion on Telegram to make sure that we are both present at that show. Yeah, Voltrot says I miss a Thabo cat at the maid cafe. Yes. However, there will be something else, and I'm going to keep this a little bit of a secret, but there will be something happening during the fursuit photo shoot with Thabo, and I'm not gonna say what. It's gonna be a little surprise. Here we go. We got ourselves some Thabos. Well, Voltrot will most likely find out about this secret a little bit earlier than the rest. But yeah, we're. I'm not gonna tell in public. Also, Turret Leaf, hello to you as well. Also, Team Meerkat Gaming, that is Score on the YouTube sites. Team Meerkat Gaming will be wearing the proverbial axe this time and will be moderating our lovely stream for today. As for today, I will be drawing a cute little cat, and this cat is wearing a trash bin for a hat. It is actually it's a little bit of a meme that is going on at Nordic Fuscon because my colleague from the charity team, Sigge has been chasing for a trash bin for about 4 years, and for several years we were unable to get one. And her eternal fight to get a trash bin has become legendary among circles of our charity team. So today I am going to draw Sigge with a trash can. So it's going to be a lovely Disney cat. Well, I'm gonna give a little bit of a Disney style for it. And I do have to get a bit used to the new dimensions of the desk still. I did draw a couple of other things, amongst them a room sign for me and my roomies at Nordic Fiscal. I'm gonna show that later on. Also, I Love Toaster says my favorite German steam locomotive is the DRB Class 52 built by Schwarzkopf. I really do not know much about the various types for it, but I do know that I've been driving back from Amsterdam, well, riding actually the train, with the international, well, here in Europe, it's different term. I understand it's a little bit of a loaded term in Germany right now, but it's the ICE. But in this case, it is a very sleek, wonderful, white, well, very fast bullet train, and it's it was a little bit shaky because it was going quite fast, but because the Dutch railroads aren't really made for them. Oh, Rodney has been working out in the gym. That's the best kind of food then. All right, let's start with the cats. I really have to get a little bit used to the new the pen of the board feels completely different, but yeah, we're going to make sure that this works out just fine. This little cat that I am drawing is going to be a little bit of an feral antro cat. And we're just going to start with the outlines. Now, of course, here we have the lid of the trash can, or at least a lid for it. It's not going to be the perfect lid for the trash can, but we're going to roll with this. Kuruna Beef says, what program are you using, if I may ask? I'm using Clip Studio Paint version 1 because all the other versions are subscription based, and I have a little bit of an allergy for subscription based software. I'd like to pay for my software and actually own the piece of software. So it's either that or open source, and Clip Studio Paint is relatively good. I used Adobe Photoshop before that. I used Adobe Photoshop for a good 20 years, ever since Adobe Photoshop 3.0. But when it comes down to drawing and line thickness and that kind of thing, Clip Studio Paint is superior to Photoshop in every way. Glenn says, my apologies, I couldn't attend the previous stream. I forgot my phone charger in the car, which was in the garage for inspections. Oh, I hate when that happens. But thank you very much for attending now. It's all good. I mean, we all cannot make it sometimes, and sometimes I even can make it. And Rodney informs us that Rodney's pet caterpillars are Sparky and Sprout. I like that. It's a very cute duo name. Now this is a special kind of trash bin. It's very long and rectangle, hence why it almost looks like one of those Pope battle fighters. Oh, sorry for kicking you over. There you go. Like I said, I really have to get used to the dimensions. Actually, let's do it like this. Karuna Biv says, I can feel some train autism in the chat, followed by the very lengthy and detailed explanation of Mr. Toasters. And yes, it is. And oh, okay. In that regards, okay. You say trains, huh? Here you go, on the camera. Chook chook, here's another train. We love the trains in our chat. There you go. And a good evening to you as well, Rain. Love to see you again. Oh, by the way, the train thing, so you can clip that if you want to. I'd be happy to share it. Indeed, some jingle keys, I jingle a train. Glenn says, I had this idea to make a little web series heavily inspired by the 2000s comedy sketches. A good example are the few DVD releases by Ome Henk. Those types of things. Oh, about Ome Henk. My gosh, at one point, one of his greatest hits. Weet je wat ik wil? Een opblaaskrokodil. An American fella took that clip and tried to interpret it as best as he could with a clip with the wildest of translations, as in phonetic translations, and it was hilarious. I laughed my butt off with that one. And I Love Toaster says correctly that train you have, Thabo, is a Verm. Yes, and it is from the Spoorweg Museum, our railroad museum in Utrecht. Followed by a lovely piece of explanation for our foreign friends as well from what Verm means, which is extended interregion material or lengthened interregional rolling stock. Look, I can read it, but you are doing it so much better. You are really the train encyclopedia right now. Oh, I just got involved. There's no audio play, no music playing. This is, and it was playing on my end. This is not good. I'm going to check the music. Just a moment. There we go. We have music. Thank you very much, Score, for pointing that out. I thought we had music the entire time because I heard it, but there was one little thing wrong with the streaming. I should have double checked that. By all means, next time if you don't hear any music, by all means shake my head. It's like, hey Thabo, where's the music? And I was here chilling and vibing on the music while you are all in silence and just hearing my voice. That's not good. Karuna Beef says, I would post a clip on the Meets for You Discord, but I don't know where. I will ask them from perhaps a video, etc., or I might just make a channel myself. Yeah, we needed to have the vibes. Also, Rodney, thank you very much for pointing out that there was no music. Here you go. The music is there. The music was playing the entire time, but there was a little bit of an audio issue. My apologies for that. Karuno says, I just had my own music on. I thought it was on purpose. No. um, it's your first time in the stream, of course. But I always try to have a little bit of relaxed music. Heck, I even got the licenses for everything. And bonjour, Dr. Spar Cobra. Hello. And thank you for the follow, Karuna Beef. This cat is going to be very interesting because she has a lot, and I do mean a lot of lines that I need to take into account. When I draw characters, it's always a little bit difficult when it comes down when they have a lot of markings. Especially, for example, cheetahs and everything. There's like, hey, this little dot, it needs to be there. And this one has a lot of blue stripes. I have to figure out a couple of things here. There, this works better. Ari, hello. And Voltrot says, cheetahs with totally zero spots, cuff cuff, Oh, servals are also hard to draw, but I will suffer for my fat. Actually, my room sign has a serval in it. Even though that we're not having, oh, actually, oh no, I'll walk that back. My room sign has a circle in it. Also, for the people that joined later, like Rain is asking, what are you drawing? I currently am drawing a cat adorning a recycle bin hat with a trash lid for a shield, playing a knight. This is a little bit of a request for the Nordic Fuscon charity, as Sige is a cute little cat who has been trying to get a trash can for years, and for years we were without a trash can. And finally she got one, but now she is the warrior of the trash can. Also, Rodney says, when I reach 10,000 followers on Instagram, I might start a DTIYS art contest. And Thabo, I think you can participate once I host it soon. Oh, cool. What is the DTIYS art? Asking for a friend. I totally know what it means. I really do. Also, the NS Flirt, also known as the Flinkerleiter Innovatieve Regionaal Treibzoek, is a modern electronically powered modular commuter train operated by the Dutch railroads to relieve the rolling stock shortages and handle passenger growth. Built by Stadler Rail, these lightweight 160 km/h trains feature low floor access, high acceleration, and spacious air conditioning interiors with USB ports, Wi-Fi, and toilets. You know, I was getting a little bit annoyed by the fact that fewer and fewer trains were having toilets, but they're returning, so I'm quite happy with that. Oh, Wolfie enlightens me. Draw this in your style. Oh, I can do that. Yeah, that would be fun. Um, and Ari is doing well. And if Ari is doing well, then I'm doing great. Thank you very much for letting us know, Ari. Score Chaser says, how is everyone's day so far? Um, Very good. I am really looking forward to the weekend. Tomorrow I will be walking around in suit for the Stichting Hulphond, which is basically a foundation for guided dogs. And let's see, Stichting. I keep on forgetting we already raised 100 euros, I believe. Yes, we already raised 100 euros and we haven't even started walking yet. So that is amazing. And let's see. We are currently going to walk in the lovely Dutch city of Zwolle. And also, maybe if you guys have seen the video of me walking around in Slow Fluffcon, that was amazing as well. But it is based on a true story there. I was walking all the way up to a castle on a mountain there. And this was a roughly 2-hour walk, and it was a long time. And when I was up there, I found out that there was this little road train going on there, and there was a cable car. So I was really, let's just say, not amused by the fact that I walked all that while I could be sitting all comfortable in one of those little road trains. And so I made a little video out of that. And also, Ari asked, I got a question about a holiday for Nordic Fuscon. Is it going to be a fun group? Well, Nordic Fuscon is next week, and I am really looking forward to it. It's we already got a lot of events planned, and we are going to have a lot of very unique merchandise from Zootopia and from Haspin and from Visipop at the charity auction. As for the Zootopia merchandise, there was this special cinema popcorn bucket with all the characters in it, but also a huge carrot that you can open and actually have carry around with stuff in it. And that is for fursuits. It's like an amazing little thing to do. Joker Fox says 2 hours. Wait a minute. Yeah, 2 hours. I walked for 2 hours. I was basically dead. Also, small ad break for the Twitch people. I am going to continue drawing a little bit, and I will continue when the ad break is over for our friends on Twitch. Wolfie says on the YouTube side, I forgot to mention that I have Twitch and I rather watch your stream on YouTube because I can't watch without my best friend Rodney. No problem. I mean, that's why I have the chat from both Twitch and YouTube fused in my screen, so people all can see what everybody is typing, so we can all just be here together and have fun. And also all the Pokemon that are walking through my screen, those are the Pokemon from my members on Twitch and on YouTube. I try to fuse them together. I try to integrate the whole multi-stream thing pretty much everywhere. It's always fun to see you two having fun together, Rodney and Wolfie. Plus you both are very, very creative, and I can appreciate that.
Saw the city passing by my window. Was in the crowd, but I felt so alone.
Score says, I always love to see the artist guidelines on how to place the ice and everything. Yeah, I in the previous times I always did them on a separate layer so I could adjust them. And it was really weird. At one point, I got this note from my roomie that he always loved how I was adjusting the lines because for a brief moment you saw the eyes moving independent from each other, and that was hilarious. Ari, we like you too, man. Do you have any fun things to do? Rodney says, if I had a vegetable garden, I would add some tomatoes and garlic and even some carrots and berries and maybe colorful flowers too to make the garden beautiful. Oh, a lot of people here, even in Amsterdam, they have a little community garden. There are so many community garden projects where people just have their own little garden, but also for their own food, they are allowed to grow that here. It is quite interesting, and a lot of people actually have very tasty food from there. My grandmama always got the best apples, and every year she made apples from applesauce and everything, and also apple pie from the apple tree she had in her garden, and it was the best thing ever.
Turn everything around. I will always remember it. How you got me off the battleground. How you got me off the battleground. Yeah. You took it, you took it. Took away my loneliness. So I know it, I know it. You're making me wholehearted. Together, together, together is always better. I don't want to be parted. You're making me wholehearted. You're making me wholehearted.
Oh, the neighbors just turned on their tumble dryer, so it might be a little bit shaky. If there's suddenly a shaky cam, then you know that's my neighbor's tumble dryer, not me. Inimini, hello! How nice for you to be here as well. Do you and Adi have some fun plans for the weekend? Snow White loves apples, Rodney says. She loves apple pie. Just make sure it's not poisonous. Yeah, that would be good, yes. Seriously, my entire tablet is shaking. The tumble dryer from the neighbors is a thing. Inimini says tomorrow morning Adi and Inimini will have a bowling contest in Scheveningen. And Glenn says, I don't know if I already said this, I forget a lot, but I'm going to London in 10 days. And years ago I bought a London tourist guide for the PSP. Oh my gosh, that exists! And I'm happy that I can finally use it right now. Well, the tube system is roughly still the same. Are you going by train? I'm not sure if I asked that before, but I think you did, wasn't it? Rodney says, I made my own brand for my fan art stories opera called Furry Symphony Studios. Oh, I can see where that is a little hint to Silly Symphonies, isn't it? I loved the animation projects that came from that. Glenn is going with the Eurostar. That's cool. And this is, for a lot of people, I still have to make a little video of that I often, every time when I go to England, I am going through the tunnel from France to England, which is a 45 minutes train ride where I actually drive my car onto the train and then go into the tunnel under the North Sea, and we end up in England. And yes, I even played World of Warcraft under the sea. And that is an achievement that nobody can steal from me. That was one of the weirdest places ever where I logged into that game. Wait a minute. Whoa. I almost forgot a huge thing. Can you tell the buttons are a bit laggy? We cannot deny this wonderful kitty cat. An amazing cool tail. There, much better. Well, it looks like the little rotation keys of the tablet aren't working as good as they should, but I will. Voltrot says the tail has a tail. Yes. Well, I want tails. I love tails. I love big bushy tails as well. This is one of the things why I actually have had a skunk for the longest of times. as a character because I really, 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 really love Tails. Oh, Wolfie says I need to do some Valentine art because Valentine's Day is almost coming in 8 days. Yes, Valentine's Day will be a couple of days before I leave for Nordic Fuscon. Have fun! But I really, you know what I really love about what the upcoming days is? February 15, where all the chocolate is on discount. Mwah. Fire of Moon says cheap chocolate days, and I repeat, cheap chocolate days. Ah, Guzma, hello, hello. I saw a message of you coming in onto my watch, but as you can see here, I'm a little bit tied up at the moment. I Love Toasters asked for permission to post a link in the chat. Yes, I think that the links are suppressed, but if it doesn't work, just let me know. Perhaps I can post it from my Telegram then, because I can post links. And Guzma is one of the people where I will be fursuiting with tomorrow in the wonderful city of Zwolle. So of course, Guzma is preparing all the things. Ah yes, I Love Toasters has successfully posted the link. Wait, okay, I Love Toasters, feel free to ignore the Nightbot. Oh, don't make it angry. Don't make it angry, please. No yelling. I overrule the Nightbot. You have the permission for that, but please be sure that the channel is a little bit of a general channel. So... Toasters, please do not think too much of it. It's a bot, and the problem is that it does respond to strong language. But let's continue with the good vibes, shall we? I am currently drawing, for the new people that like Guzma, I am currently drawing a kitty cat wearing a very, very long trash can on her head and a trash can lid for a shield. This kitty cat is Sigge, and Sigge has been working for the charity quite often and has fought long and hard for years to get a trash can. So, hence why she is the guardian of the trash can. The hotel was really being a little bit of a nuisance when it comes down to the trash can. But she found it, she won the battle, and now she is the proud owner and guardian of the trash can. Chief Master of Trashgonia. Yes, indeed. Fire of Moon, that is a wonderful name. And Rodney is going to get some chocolates for Valentine's Day. If you have the chance, I do recommend to get the Belgian chocolates. The Belgian chocolates are just so incredibly good. We do have a Belgian chocolate store here close by, Leonia's, who is absolutely great. But yeah, the Netherlands, we do have our chocolate shops, and my gosh, there are some good stuff out there. I cannot talk too much about it, or else I'm going to buy chocolates tomorrow. Oh, now Wolfie is be right back. Making a homemade grilled cheese sandwich. You guys are making me so hungry. Hey, Binky Bun! American chocolate uses corn syrup instead of some sugar. Oh gosh, no, you need to use sugar, not corn syrup. This is also why a this is when I was in California a long time ago. They were selling my Mexican Coke because that was with sugar, not with corn syrup. Sugar wins it every time. Corn syrup is worse in every sense of the word, and I'm willing to die in that hill. Voltrot says, I do recall someone telling me never to go to the first batch of fries in an American McDonald's because it contains the extreme cleaning solutions in that batch. Yes, absolutely. Can confirm. Oh, the markings on this tail are insane, but we're going to do our best, and I hope that she's not too picky about the markings. Did you know that the markings, speaking of markings, you got the stripes on the giraffe, and of course the spots on the stripes on a zebra and the spots on a giraffe. They're kind of like fingerprints, and they are unique. Karuna, have a good one, and I hope to see you next time. Fire of Moon says, is an American skunk and a secret squeak. Ah, well, I did have an American skunk as a pet for the longest of times. It was a very, very cute little fellow named Byron. And Byron had a happy life because, well, that's the thing with skunks. If the skunk does not have a happy life, you know that for very certain. You want to keep a skunk happy. I Love Toaster says, gotta go. Don't forget to check out the link I sent to you. Okay, no problem. And thank you for dropping by. Fire of Moon says Byron was awesome and had such big paws. Oh yeah, especially the hind paws. The hind paws of a skunk are like huge boppers. And welcome back, Wolfie Toons. I am. This looks like very interesting, drawing all those patterns and everything. I am just very happy that I'm not a fursuit builder that has to sew in all these patterns. into the fursuit. I think I would not be happy taking on a commission like that. Dr. Sparkobra says, this looks really good. Thank you. And Jolt, hello. Nice to see you again. Always welcome to have you on the show. Voltrot says, another happy skunk devours your house. Well, not just that. Let's just say that a skunk has a certain method to let know that the skunk does not like the place. And it's not devouring the house. Devouring the house is one of the options they have, but certainly not the worst. Oh, this is going to be... Oh, okay. We have a good start. We have a couple of things that we need to work on, but this is good. I expected a lot worse. Jolt says, who are we drawing? Well, I am drawing Sigge, a wonderful, well, she is one of my colleagues at the Nordic Fruscon charity group, and Sigge has been fighting for a trash can for the last couple of years. So that's earned her the name, well, she is basically fighting for the trash can, Lord of the Trash Can, so to speak. Also, Vita Cordes, hello! Always lovely to be graced with a vixen that visits this lovely channel. Welcome, welcome. Gone are the days where I could just easily fill this in. We have to do a couple of manual little bits, but so far so good. Jolt says, cool pattern. Yes, absolutely. But I must admit, I am. It is quite a thing drawing this entire pattern in there. Well, that's white. That's very simple to do. We're going to do something with the lines though, because this is a wee bit too dark. Yeah, we're going to do it like this. One green and one yellow eye. Okay. There was a term for that, a medical term, that you had two colors of eyes. Not entirely sure what it was. I'm sure that the chat can help me with that. Heterochromia. There you go. Thank you very much, Binky Bundurgen. Thabo. Well, Inamini says, Thabo, how did you celebrate your birthday in England? Well, I was in Slovenia, at the other side of Europe, but I had a wonderful dinner with friends. However, I'm going to celebrate my birthday a little bit more in Nordic Fuskel. And perhaps then we're going to do one thing in March, because I have been away pretty much the entire time, so I have to do a proper birthday. It is it was very difficult finding a proper date for my birthday. Flabbergasted Cat says, wow, blue stripy character, yes indeed. Guzma says, I'm heading to bed, good night, and I say see you tomorrow. Vita Cortez, big hug to you as well. And meanwhile, Wolfie loves the colors, and so do I. It's when the colors are a very, very nice combination. And of course the garbage head. We're going to add some shading for that later on. Ronald Ashley says, how was your day in the home country? Well, my home country is the Netherlands. My dad is from Serbia, which is a little bit further than Slovenia. However, if it was 20 years ago, it was my father's home country indeed. But I had a lot of fun. And Vita says, birthday moods at Nordic Fuscon. Yeah, I am going to bring a ton of cheese and also stroopwafellikker. And the stroopwafellikker were a huge success at the snack exchange at Slow Fluffcon. So I'm going to bring more of that. Flabbergasted says, I am off for my exam week. Oh, tired, but I hate it. I'm wishing you the best. I wish you the absolute best, and I hope it will be over soon and you will get an ace for all those scores. Rain says, have a nice birthday at Nordic Fuscon. Thank you. But yes, I will bring cheese, as in 4-year ripened VOC cheese. The one with the salt crystals that really pop on your tongue. That really is good. Vita says, I can't have cheese, but I will gladly empty your bottle of stroopwafellikker, and I will bring stroopwafels as well. An extra pack just for you. I mean, I can't have a hungry vixen next to me. That would be dangerous. Oh, Flabbergasted Cat says, finish today. Then I hope that the result will be good, my good friend. I still remember the moment when I was done with my exam week. I was so happy that it was finally behind me. I had a little bit of a trouble with my dad though, because I had just enough points while my entire family was very much, let's say, overachievers. But I was like, okay, if I make this just right and I got just enough points to continue with the university. And Score Chaser says, stroopwafellikker, yes, I would love to send it to you, but sending alcohol by mail to the US of A is forbidden by law. And let's just say that if I send it, unfortunately only some of the border officials will get very happily drunk, and I don't want to support them at all. But maybe I can send it to an address in Canada for you, since you're close to the border. Techno Mechanical RC Wolf says, good evening, Mr. Meerkat, and a good evening to you too. And Inimini asks, what is the meaning of the flame that I see next to my text? Let's see, Inimini. Does Inimini see a flame next to her text? I don't see a flame next to Inimini's text. But I don't think it's anything bad though. Vita says, I'm actually be moving next week, right before NFC. We'll be living right next to the Dutch border. Oh, and when you have a housewarming party, do invite me. Score Chasers say, I will see if I can find any of those warehouse vendors for such delights. By all means. And as for how I am doing wonderful. Still vibing from Slow Fluffcon. I was there together with Uncle Kage. I was the guest of honor, he was the guest. And we had a couple of events done together. I had a wonderful walk up to a castle. I made a video of that. And soon we're having Nordic Fuscon, but I'm looking for an amazing year. Because not just with Nordic Fuscon, but later this year, I will be, for the first time in my life, going to South America and to the country of Brazil. And to be exact, we're going to visit Brazil Fur Fest. I have been invited by the CEO there, and I am really, really, really looking forward to it. Also, Techno the Mechanical RC Wolf, no problem for joining late, my good friend. And I hope you get some rest soon. Oh, this is gonna take a while. Why did I start this again? Yeah, we're going to do the entire tail. I know it is cheating. You can fault me for that. But if I'm going to do every line manually, I will most likely be here for so many extra hours. We're going to find a little way of dealing with this. Inimini asks, Thabo, will you do something fun with Easter? Like going for an egg hunt with other furs. I have no plans for Easter just yet. Easter is almost close upon us, oh my gosh! I have been going so hard with Slow FluffCon and upcoming Nordic CrossCon that after March and April, my schedule is relatively easy. But I must admit, I am not entirely sure if I will be alive. It's so completely busy. Also, get to go again. Have a nice day and have a great stream. Bye, everybody. And Eorek Bernison, bye for now. Oh, hey, very much for dropping by, Eorek. And thank you for all the wonderful support you do. Thank you. I hope that you had a good time. Yeah, this goes a lot faster. Cool. Oh my! Yodek, thank you very much for the lovely donation. Much appreciated, my good friend. And have a good one. Inamini says, Adi is missing you a lot. Well, tomorrow we will be in the wonderful city of Zwolle, but you will be bowling. And maybe we can, I will keep you in the loop with the upcoming events. But I must admit that for March and April, I don't have that much planned just yet. Because usually it is on January and February that things are relatively easy, but we're going in the fast lane this time. And I'm literally going all over the world. Score Chaser says that blue is popping. Thank you. Yeah, I really think it's a really good color combination. It's almost like it's fluorescent, as in it glows in the dark. That would be an amazing idea for a fursuit, to be fair. This cat could actually be a house cat walking around in the Tron virtual world. And she would fit right in. Speaking of which, I finally checked out Tron Ares. I do like the Tron movies myself. It is a fun movie. It wasn't really the strongest of all the movies, but it was definitely a good watch. But I also checked a wonderful piece of animation called Snow Bear by Aaron Blaze. And Aaron Blaze is an animator from Disney who worked on the wonderful bits and pieces like Beauty and the Beast, Brother Bear. He is a huge bear fan, as in drawing all sorts of bears. You see that back in all the things. And I got a huge video, a huge portion of Digging on Positivity tomorrow devoted to that little thing. And Score Chaser asks, are you excited for Hoppers, Thabo? Yes, I am. I think Hoppers is going to be hilarious. I want to check it out. Fire of Moon says it's nothing like Avatar Hops. Actually, It's all like Avatar. It's especially the first one. It's basically the same thing. And Inamini says it's a nice color of blue. Thank you. Joel Jackalope says, did you know that blue is the most common color to add to a fursona? Even my fursona has a blue hair tuft and some blue detailing. I found out when I was going to sort fursonas by color, and I started with blue, and it turned out that it was so much. It was so much blue. Oh my gosh! But yeah, blue is like the capybara of colors. It vibes with everything. Fire of Moon says it was a line from the YouTube trailer. Of course it was. Of course it was. Speaking of fun animation, besides Snow Bear, of course it's a little bit later, but the Super Bowl ad from Pepsi Cola hit me on a different tone as well. It has been directed by Taika Waititi. Now, of course, the name might not sound that familiar, but Taika Waititi also did What We Do in the Shadows and Jojo Rabbit, which is a really, really black comedy. But What We Do in the Shadows is one of my favorite series. It's absolutely great. But the Super Bowl commercial is of the famous Coca-Cola polar bear who has an identity crisis. Because of a blind test, the cola bear chose Pepsi. And the timing and everything is just great, and it's in such a contrast with the Coca-Cola commercial, which was just lifeless CGI, lifeless AI slop. And it gives me hope in humanity. Seeing that polar bear, all that passion that went into that Pepsi commercial. Basically, all the fun that I had with watching the Coca-Cola commercials from years back, I relived with the other side. Rodney says pink is my favorite color, it's like candy. And Score says, yes, the Pepsi commercial was not made by Clankers. Absolutely. Clankers is the only naughty word that I will allow on this channel. And I'm sure that in the near future that I will most likely be killed first in when the mutant machines rise up because of that line. I regret nothing. I am not entirely sure what's happening, but for some reason my tablet is lagging. Not the computer itself, but the input of the tablet is lagging. And I'm not sure if this is an XP pen thing itself, but I have to do all the things manual for now. If everything is right, by the way, my webcam should not be glitching anymore because I needed to upgrade the firmware. And this is one of those really things from I had no idea that webcams had firmware that needed to be upgraded. It's just a camera, but apparently it has firmware. So, another thing learned. But then again, I mean, I come from a time where it was uncommon or unheard of that I needed to upgrade my car at least 2 or 3 times a month. Vita says, oh no, tablet issues again. Did you just not get a new one? Well, this is the new one. As you can see, it's a lot bigger. And I really like it so far, but you have missed something. Because after we had our little stream together and I updated my PC, well, let's just say that I got the new tablet and it works correctly for exactly 30 seconds. And then the main board died. One of the resistors died. So basically half of the screen, all the even lines, all the scan lines stopped working. So I had to get a new one, which was delivered in the first week of January. But so far, so good. It works good enough. And, well, apparently compared to Wacom, it should be a lot better. I am not working with this long enough to make a proper estimation for that. But, yeah, so far so good. I mean, the Wacom tablet was not without problems as well. However, with this, so now and then, the problems are a little bit weird. And one of the things that I found out, for example, that was weird is that if I have my monitor setting to a proper order, then for some reason my cursor is getting reset to the top all the time. So it becomes impossible to draw. And there is no support for that so far, but I figured it out on my own. However, I do need to figure out such things. But then again, XP Pen is a relatively new brand, so I cannot really hold it against them. Fire of Moon says, I'd rather use grandma's old washing machine than get one that buzzes my cell phone when the laundry is done. Yes, plus those things can easily get hacked. I am not a huge fan of smart appliances. I try to get as few as possible. I'm not a really big fan of that. I don't want to upgrade for the sake of upgrading. Heck, I might, for example, drive a relatively modern car, but it's from 2018. In my opinion, all the modern cars from 2020 on, and it doesn't matter if it's electric or fuel, most of the cars from then are having way too much electronics on board and they are not very dandy to drive. Joel says, hey Thabo, did you ever look into the game Tomodachi Life, Living the Dream? It will be an awesome game for streaming. I am going to note that down. Also, Score, could you note that down for me for a moment? Tomodachi Life, Living the Dream. I cannot copy this for some reason, but I definitely want to check that out. The title suggests a little bit like Tamagotchi, but I got Animal Crossing vibes with that. I mean, I still got Animal Crossings here, so I need to play that. I want to show my island as well. Vita says, do you have a Switch too? No, I do have a Steam Deck though. I really like my Steam Deck. Although I need to, one of my Steam Deck fans unfortunately died. So I need to replace that. But I ordered a loose fan and I can easily just basically disassemble and assemble the entire thing. So soon I will have my Steam Deck back. Score Chaser says Thabo's Island is really cool. Oh yeah, I believe that I showed you around sometimes. My island, the thing is, at one point there was this little customizable thing that you could make a custom grid of yourself. So I started to Photoshop and stuff. And my red square is amazing. I still have it on my Switch. It's really fun. I played. I invested way more time in Animal Crossing than I care to admit. It was a fun game though. And it came out on just the right moment. And Rain says, I thought Doom is also on the regular Switch. Yeah, I believe so it is. But I do have Doom on the PlayStation 5 as well. And well, let's just say that the graphics come a little bit more to their... the PlayStation 5 is a more Doom-focused machine, so to speak. Score Chaser says, didn't you have an Emperor's New Groove meme on your island? Yes, at one point I had, but it's no longer there. It was replaced by the red square. And Jolt says, the game will be a mix of Sims 4 and Animal Crossing New Horizons. You can create all kinds of characters and design an island for them to live on. You can even create furry characters. Now you're speaking my language there, Jolt. Oh, yes, I would love to check that out. But I don't have a Switch 2 yet. Because when it comes down to new consoles, I must admit that if I am looking for a new console, I am keeping my eye out for the new Steam Cube, the Gabe Cube, so to speak. I am really, really, really curious on how that will work out because I am a huge fan of what Valve is doing with the hardware. Not just very good games to play on, but the fact you can assemble and disassemble your hardware and it's yours. I am really happy with that because Nintendo unfortunately doesn't do a few things that I'm not all too fond about. Don't get me wrong, I love the games from Nintendo, but it's a little bit of a love-hate relationship. But you cannot hold the makers of those wonderful games responsible for what the main company is doing, because I worked for Nintendo as well. And I enjoyed working for Nintendo. I really did. I worked for one of the game publishers, White Bear Entertainment, for it. It was really fun to develop for the Nintendo Wii and for the Nintendo DS. It came with its unique set of challenges, but it's definitely a very interesting time that I had. But I do not agree with everything that Nintendo does. And that is one thing that I'd like to know from everybody there. Do not be loyal to a company, for the company is not loyal to you. If another company makes something better, switch to that other company. Myself, I have everything Apple here. I understand, not everybody's favorite thing. But the moment something better comes along and works better for me with streaming and everything that, and it works great in my ecosystem, I will slowly make my move. I always keep an eye out when it comes down to gaming systems, when it comes out to computers, even cars. Don't be loyal to a brand. Always keep an eye out. Jolt says, I agree on the love-hate relationship. I love Zootopia too, but I really don't like the stuff that Disney has been doing. Yeah, a friend of mine is worked on Zootopia, and it was so fun to see his name on the credits. I really, really absolutely love the movie and everything it does. But on the other end, when I saw from they are working together now with OpenAI, and I was like, why are you doing this? Oh, that just hurts. And I really don't like it when, I can see the duality of my friends that they work for the mouse, and on the other end, the mouse is doing that. It doesn't know. And I see Vita Cordes, I'm actually selling my Switch 2 because I am done with Nintendo. They became so much worse with the Switch 2 release. I've heard not very good stories about it. However, I am sticking with the GameCube. The GameCube. And because the Steam Deck runs Switch games really good. Even Switch 2 games. Rain says there is a bit of controversy with all these companies, absolutely. And it can change. One moment, that company for you is amazing. There used to be a time where the car that I'm driving in now was like the ultimate symbol of progress, of new thinking, of electricity, and it was great and it was amazing. And now it is the worst thing ever to have among some circles. And yes, I am talking about the Tesla. And if I go in hindsight, when I bought this thing secondhand, if I know what I know now, I would most likely have gone for a different car. But hey, you cannot go back, and I still have a lease to pay. Vita says, I actually bought a Steam Deck in exchange for me selling the Switch too. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, the Steam frame that Vita is looking forward to. That yeah, definitely. The thing is though that the Steam box, the Steam frame, all the hardware has been delayed because of the exploding RAM prices and such. It's such a drag. I mean, it has been confirmed by Valve themselves. And Rodney says, Trash Warrior Kitty Cat. Yes, indeed. Just one moment. Let's see. There. Pink and green, very, very 90s. Hey, PR Games, hello! Drop by, like as well, but I don't have audio because of Twitch. Oh, I am so sorry. Also, we're almost near the end. And I really like that you drop by, but unfortunately we are literally near the end. Because I am going to do one of the more interesting parts here. We're going to zoom in. There we go. Whoop. There we go. Binky Durgan says, I do like pink and green. Yes, but it was one of the main colors in the 90s, and I really do like the 90s aesthetic, yes. Here we go. Vita says, I still don't get it how you keep up with the chat while drawing. It must be magic. Oh, let's just say that I'm surrounded with 1, 2, 3, 4 screens at this moment. I'm all over. However, it is almost 10 o'clock, and I got my drawing all done. Thank you all for dropping by. We're going to check on the Twitch side of things if we can raid a friend. And on the YouTube side of things, I'd like to thank you all for dropping by. And I am very, very much happy with your presence. However, next week, Friday, I will be here again on the 13th. Maybe we're gonna draw something spooky. And after Nordic Fuscon, I will be on the 27th on Friday as well. And then we will continue on Monday. So then everything will be like old times again. Thank you so much. And let's see, a raid Ender Dremer. Okay, let's do that. Alright, raiding her and let's see what's going on. Bye bye and stay awesome.